To update everyone on sort of my progress with the streaming data project I'm working on. What you have here is the OWI robot arm that I'm sort of using as a external input device, and I'm controlling that with the Raspberry Pi here, and that device is essentially a small Linux computer that's connected to the USB port of the robot over here. And I've written a Python program, which I can show you really briefly here, that takes the commands to control the robot arm, and every time it sends a command, it also sends to the TCP port of the Linux host. It sends a string of the time and the command that it sent and the duration of the command. So what I'm doing over on the stream side is and you can see this is the streams program here running. The first part is where it actually picks up the TCP port and puts the data through a couple of different filters, and I'm writing it out to files in a couple of different places just so we can keep track of the data as it's going through there. But basically what I'm doing is I'm aggregating the time signatures of all the different executions of the data. So down below here you can watch the program as it's running, and I'm going to go ahead and execute the robot functions, and you'll be able to see that happen over here. And then as you can see over here, those have all turned green now, showing that the data has indeed flowed all the way through from the USB on the robot through the Raspberry Pi and into the IBM Streams host that I'm running under VMware actually. And then I have several files that are generated. The first is actually just showing the data as it's flowing through. So this is the sort of the raw data that you're looking at here. That's a timestamp, and it's a date, time, and the duration, and the command here. This 3-bit list here, array, is actually the command that's being sent. And if you look at minmax.csv, what you'll see is that these are the minimum and maximum values of every two streams being sent through. So it's basically taking the start and the end and taking the minimum and the maximum of those. And then I run that through another one, which is this one here actually, which actually creates the delta file, which shows you that the difference between the start and the end time was 2.01 seconds and 2.0 seconds, which is about what you would expect actually, because I told in the Python program, I told the Python robot command to actually, you can see there's a 2 down below here, right there actually, where I told it to delay for 2 seconds. So this is just an example of using pretty inexpensive hardware to generate machine data and processing that data through IBM Streams to get good aggregate real-time data from it. Some of the next steps might be to monitor that 2 and see if it got larger, saying that if the batteries are running out, it might take longer for the command to run or something like that, and so you would see that increase over time. So that's the update on today's project, and I will share more with you later. Thank you.